very simple PowerPoint that I'd like to share. And this came as a result of a conversation with a young person I had. Um, uh, and the title, of course, is Computing on a Budget. And I know that budget is not something, at least here in North America, is cool, but you know, having a good computer really will enhance your productivity. Whatever you are, a student, individual who work at home, for example, or you need a computer for like simple day-to-day home use, having the right computer definitely helps. Uh, as I stated before, one of the problems with this issue is the stigma of buying used, living within your means. This is a social stigma because we live in a very media, glamorous, uh, uh, you know, maybe fake uh, world, and we, as a young individual, perhaps you feel those more so than others. Uh, so we need to view computers as a tool for the job intended. For example, if you are in a coding school, you need a computer that's good enough for you to do coding. Uh, while if you are a student that just need to write papers, maybe your computer doesn't have to be that way. You can settle for low spec computer as long as it have the right tools. Uh, So let's talk about choosing the right computer, but before that, let me share with you my experience. Uh, 20 years ago, when I went to college, like most students, I was really short on budget. I was what we call it now uh, traditional student, and I was strapped on the budget. The economy already crashed. I find myself going to school, and I had a 10-year-old computer. I still found myself, even though I did fit it with the external router at the time, that my computer didn't accept uh, internet from Wi-Fi. But I still find myself, nevertheless, it was helpful that I did that. But nevertheless, I used to go early to like fix papers and upload things and stuff like that, go early to the school library, and it did add to my chore. So having the right computer definitely helped, and this is where we talk about what I learned since. So since then, I actually did get better, and I went to school again later on, you know, and I did not struggle as much because I did used all these three let's call them three options, you know. So I did buy a like low spec computer uh, because I was in a I find out that my class require me to have a Windows computer, and the class started, and I did buy that, and I actually do regret doing that, but sometimes you're in a pinch, you have to do that. The problem with low spec computers is that it's hard to update them. Sometimes it's impossible to update them. It depends, so you cannot, like, sometimes you can't change the RAM on them, or you can't change the hard drive and stuff like that. Um, and they are slow and clunky. And let's say, and especially if you are doing like going to school or working from home, where you going to school for computers, for example, like programming or graphics or whatever, or working from home where you need a computer that's really good. There other options, and I list them before up there. The refurbished computers, for example, if you go to Walmart, you can find good refurbished computers. I rather myself buy a good refurbished computer with a quarter, maybe less than a quarter of the price of a good computer, of even a low spec computer. That that computer is easily updatable, and of course, when you buy from stores like that, like Walmart, or maybe I don't know if Amazon, I don't know if Amazon allow to do that. Uh, the computers comes with some kind of some form of warranty, and will come with an operating system. It probably will come with a basic operating system. It doesn't have anything, but here we'll talk about that in a minute. Uh, Used computers, like you can buy on eBay even cheaper than Walmart, and you can buy even a better computer. Indeed, the computer I'm filming this on is an eBay computer, and usually often come with the operating system, but usually doesn't. And even if it does come with the operating system, you need to do the know-how to check if there's no malware on the operating system. And I had bought a computer once that had a Windows on it, but then I did check it, and I discovered it had a hidden folder, and indeed it was sold to me as 120 gig. And when I did format the disk drive, and I installed Linux on it, and I find out it is a 300 gig hard drive. So half the hard drive was some kind of a hidden folder. So there are risks, but with those, but which is I advise to put an operating system on it yourself. Uh, Now let's talk about operating systems and other programs. Uh, if you're using it at home, if you're working from home, most likely you can get away with using some kind of Linux. I don't advise using Chrome OS. It doesn't. It really doesn't allow you to have ownership of your computer, because it doesn't allow you to download different browsers or stuff like that, unless your computer is accepted by Google, and there is a lot of information on YouTube and other places. Um, However, I will say that unfortunately, if you are in certain kind of fields, that either your employer or your school, mostly your school, will demand that you have uh, a Windows operating system. I don't know if this is the fact that Microsoft give them a lot of money, schools and whatever, or is it the fact that people who are in charge are rigid, you know? And so sometimes you have to buy that operating system. So refurbished probably will be the better option, because it comes with an operating system. As far as other programs, I will never stress about uh, Microsoft Office, only Office. It worked great on all computer systems, Linux or Windows or whatever. Of course, LibreOffice is also great. Indeed, this is a LibreOffice, I believe. And so you have options. That's what's important. So knowing that you have options, whether it is options of having the right having the right computer on your budget, or knowing that you can uh, get operating systems and other programs, mostly either free or cheap or cheaply. That is definitely the way to go. And nothing wrong with being on a budget. There's nothing wrong with being on a budget. You, as a student, you need a computer that do the work. If you settle for something low spec computer, for example, or an older computer that you have, or you put yourself in payments and stuff, those are all three worst options than buying a refurbished or used computer and fixing it up yourself. Some low spec computer you can update, and of course you should know the usage. If you are like in an art school, or you just need PowerPoint and Word, any computer will do. And I hope this presentation is helpful for you, especially people who are thinking about buying computers. And I hope you guys have a good day.